Check this out, a fully movable and plug-and-play system for recording YouTube videos. Lights, camera, audio, just plug and play and hit record. Hey guys, Mike here from Envy Creative. So we haven't seen you for a little while, and that's because we actually moved to a new studio, and we're going to be doing a few-part series about how to move into a new studio, how to break down the old studio, and a lot of things that come with moving from space to space. But that's coming later. But for now, because we want a setup for the YouTube videos so that we can do a better job of getting them out quicker, what we decided to do is make kind of an all-in-one YouTube desk setup. So whenever we need to record a YouTube video, basically we have everything ready and set up. So really all we have to do is press record. So we have the camera, we have the lighting, we have the microphone, we have everything set up. So all we have to do is walk up, hit record, and then we're rolling. So I thought you might like seeing how we set up the YouTube desk setup and walk you through what equipment we're using and how to set everything up. So let's dive right in. First, what we're gonna do is show you kind of the basics of the desk setup that we're gonna do. So what we have here is, a lot of this is from Ikea, a butcher block style tabletop. We have these extendable Ikea legs as well. And we have these caster wheels that we got from a commercial that we did, but we kind of wish that we would have locking ones, but again, we're just trying to use whatever we have at the studio. Here at our studio, we actually buy a lot of stuff from Ikea, including tables, because we think that they look the best and are the cleanest looking on camera. We have a lot of Ikea hardware. So as you can see in here, we have a lot of the table plates that you put on here to screw in the legs and all the screws that come with it. We have a whole box of them. These can be bought individually, or I think sometimes they do come with the table legs, but you'd have to check with Ikea. Now, if you're not super familiar with Ikea and how the tables get set up, basically they usually sell them in separate packages or individually. They sell the tabletops by themselves, and they also sell the legs by themselves. They do sell normal legs that are smaller and shorter, but basically these are extendable, so we're just gonna extend them out all the way so that we get the highest tabletop that we can. We have the legs on. And basically with these taller legs, because they're adjustable from here, these are just solid pieces of plastic on the bottom of the legs, but we want to put casters on the bottom. So the bottoms of these specific Ikea table legs are actually hollow once you take off this plastic cap, and that's because these are extendable, and the normal Ikea legs have these little risers on the bottom that when you take off, there's actually a hole there. But with these, if you see, it's just a plastic piece, and then this is hollow in here. What we're gonna do is we need to drill a hole about the size of our casters, and then we're just gonna use a little bit of super glue, or if you have Fuse It or liquid nails, that's probably better. We're just gonna put those on the casters, just on the part that's gonna be inserted, so that way they're gonna stay stable inside there. Okay, so what we have here is just some liquid nails. Again, you can probably use some Gorilla Glue or super glue as well, but we just like to do this if it's more of a permanent solution or if we just need it to be very heavy duty. So what I'm gonna do is just put a dollop of liquid nails into each of these holes before I put the casters in so that they can really fuse and be a permanent fixture. Now that the holes are drilled and the liquid nails are in place, we're just going to put the casters in and then allow about 24 hours for it to cure before we keep working on the project. Okay guys, so it's the next day and everything is all dried and the wheels are good. Now I'm going to show you everything that we are going to set up to make this plug and play YouTube studio. Everything that I'm showing here are going to be in the description below, so you can find the links there, but I'm just going to go pretty quick here so that you can just see what actually everything is and go from there. Here are a couple arms. One is just a straight extendable arm that I'm going to use to put the light on. One is a bending arm that a lot of people use for podcasts. We're going to put the microphone on that so that we can adjust it. And the center one is also a straight arm. I did try a bending one, as you can see here, but we ended up just using a straight arm. And that was just because it was just not stable enough, so we ended up using just a straight arm. So let's check some audio levels to see how high I need to set the audio on the camera itself, and to see if I need to adjust the position of the microphone at all. Testing the microphone levels. Okay, testing the microphone levels at 20. Testing. Let me try to point that way and then point this way. Yeah, lighting looks okay. A little harsh, but nothing we can't fix. So let's throw a softbox on the light to get a little better lighting. Here we have the finished product. We have our light up here, camera here, microphone here, and as you can see, we have the solid sturdy table here, so we can have our laptop, we can have products, we can have anything. We also have our microphone here, so we don't really need to worry about having good audio. We have our light set up here, so we're getting a nice light source, and we have our camera right here, so all we have to do is just plug it in and turn it on and hit record, and then we have a YouTube setup. And then, as you can see, because we put wheels on this, we can move it around however we need to, around your space, or for instance with us, we like to use different backgrounds. So with this kind of plug-and-play YouTube setup build, we really hope to get a lot more YouTube content out this year. But if you have any questions about any of the things that we did or any of the things that we used, feel free to let me know. I'll also list all the things that we used in the build in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.